Hello, welcome to the queue. I was just looking at the turn number. I got it wrong again. It's turn 15. It's Operation 8th Air Force, and it is the Commonwealth and France. And up to bat here for Britain. They didn't get convoy rated for any dough again this turn, which was nice. We're going to buy a fighter, infantry, two militia. We're going to upgrade a militia, artillery, anti-aircraft gun, and a militia. FPC's down to their last $6. They're going to buy an artillery or an anti-aircraft gun and upgrade a militia. Sydney, oh, here we go. We'll grab this guy. They're buying an infantry, saving $5 of their 8. So that will be pretty much it for that. Let's roll some tech. We've got, let's see here. Yeah, okay. All right. White is the amphib, and red is the improved construction. Got a spinner, 9 and a 12. Nice. So, I had a turn. Maybe I had 2 turns where I had 2 successes. Then I had 2 turns where I had no successes, and now we're back to that. So, construction's finished. Factories. No, it's not factories. I forget. I switched to amphibious doctrine. All right, so that is where we are. Amphib on 1 and factories on 1, and those 4 finished. All right, so we'll put that one up there. We'll need something new for next turn. Hooray. Combat. We got some combat. So before getting started, I had to determine had some help with the rules. We're going to attack Spain here, all these red markers. But there is a German fighter here in southern France. When we attack Spain, it will join as Germany, but not until after the end of my combat turn. So therefore, this fighter can't scramble into here, because I was going to bring more in here if that fighter could scramble. But it cannot. So it can't scramble for the amphib, or it can't scramble for Catalonia. So these units here in Madrid will flip to German at the end of my combat turn. So Germany will go up 1 for Madrid. Well, actually 2 for Galicia Leon, because we're going to let the U.S. deal with that. On to our combat. We have a fighter on this carrier coming off map. We're going to end this crap. We got a seaplane coming out of Gibraltar. 1, 2, 3. They're going to go on map. We're going to bring both destroyers. We're going to finish this battle off. Yes. So we're going to grab 1 infantry with our transport and come into A28 after that battle, because even if we don't sink that, it will submerge, and then we can do our combat here, dropping that guy off in Basque Country. In reality, all these ships are coming anyway, so I'll just bring them down anyway, and that way there's no question that guy is in some serious heat. Will he survive? Hope not. All right, so we did have to change our direction. Oh no, that was the seaplane arrow. The battleship will bring out the transport. We're going to grab this guy here, the Marine, and we'll come over. We'll come out of port. 1, 2. Oh no, I guess we can't do that, can we? Yeah, because we come out of port and then we go 1, and now we go 2, 3 into M1, and we'll land that Marine and that, infantry. We've got 1 infantry in Gibraltar. It's going to walk on to Western Andalusia. That's worth nothing. Our airborne's going to drop there. He comes out of Lower Egypt on the air transport. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's just going to land here in Gibraltar. I could have used that guy and walked on, but I wanted to get my airborne over this direction anyway. I could put him in there too. Except I feel like the 2 fighters will get me the job done. So 2 fighters come out of southern England. 1, 2, 3, 4, and they'll each have 2 left. So 2 fighters, 2 infantry marine. We got 1 bombard shot, 2 militia. Hopefully that gets resolved. Which makes me think, should I just drop that airborne there and have that guy walk in? That seems like the right play. So let's drop the airborne there. So that means that air transport comes out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it has 2 left, 6, 7. So it still lands here, and this infantry just walks out of Gibraltar into East Andalusia. So it'll be interesting to see when we start rolling dice if that paratrooper there pans out. So that's worth nothing. So that is a walk-on. All right. So 1 rolling battle there, the sea battle there for that sub. We're going to grab, just leave our fleet here, this infantry off Portuguese East Africa transport, and we'll take that away from Germany. We'll add that up later. I think we have, yeah, we got going into Nubia, 2 infantry, 1 anti-aircraft gun coming from Belgian Congo, 1, 2. I'll have movement of 3 left. That's a fighter. And the medium bomber, 1, 2, it'll have a movement of 4 left. And that is that. That is all the combats we got. Yep, that's what we're going to do. All right. Yeah. Let's roll, try and kill that dang sub first. All right, so we've got 2 destroyers. We'll give the credit to the destroyers, see what they do. Oh, they both miss. All right, so now we've got a seaplane at a 5. Hey, and a fighter at a 6. Well, we did get with the 1 hit. But it does get to defend against my destroyers. The coastal sub at a 2. Oh my gosh. Unstinking believable. Well, that is the way the game is. All right. So, on to this battle. We do have a bombard of a 4 for the battleship. There's 1 militia down, so I didn't need that airborne, I don't believe. Let's throw it there for now. Where's those casualties at? That Italian thing. There we go. All right. Next, we've got an airborne at a 2. That's another hit. Doggone, we didn't need hardly anything there. So just for grins, the 2 fighters. The air support failed. All right, and then we've got the marine and infantries at 1. All right, well, hooray to the airborne and the battleship. So there's 1 militia to defend at a 2. It does not. So that is 1. And nobody goes down for that because technically it's not Germany until I'm done with my combat turn. So we'll go up to 27. I will move for Madagascar. So we go to 28 and Germany goes down 1. And that is right here. So that was just a walk on. And we'll get rid of that later. Last combat here in Nubia. We have a fighter and a bomber. We'll start with the bomber at a 7. There's a hit. It's only a militia, so we'll stop there. Militia at a 2, and that's a 10. So that battle is over, and that is, I guess we don't need a marker because that was ours anyway. So we'll put that over here, and Italy goes down 1, and Britain goes up 1. All right. I believe we are done with our combat. So let's take our fighter and our bomber and land them both up here in Lower Egypt. All right, so that is in Nubia, 2 infantry and an AA gun. We're going to move this infantry up from Boykenland. We're going to have this fighter and tactical move up to Portuguese East Africa. And I guess these two just walk up to South Africa, yeah. Because I'm railing, my one rail here is this AA gun. Rails, gets on the river, comes over to Belgian Congo. All right. We got our submarine here in A51. 1, 2, 3 into I1. We got our fighter here on Mauritius. Someone told me how to say that, but I forgot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He lands here in Lower Egypt as well. And we've got that sub cleared, so we'll come out of port with strategic naval movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and go in port in southern England. Now in southern England, we're going to have one fighter come out, or from London to southern England is a fighter and a marine. And are we building infantry? We are. So well, we've already got 3 and an artillery, 2 AAs. Let's bring 1 in more infantry, because we're going to build that fighter and that infantry there. Nothing changes up north. This fighter will land on the carrier in A28. Now, the question is, where can that German sub go, and where can I go from here? 1, 2, 1, 2. So I can't get there. So I can go 1, 2 into southern England, and there's the seaplane base there. So that seems like the best move there. All right. As we hunt down the last German sub. All right. I think that's it. We've pretty much... Oh, yeah. We're going to move Germany up to for the Spain, because they're going to flip. So they go up to 47. However, the U.S. will do the surround and then the Madrid attack. So that should be it for that. Any other non-com moves? I don't see anything. I am going to take 1 infantry out of New South Wales and walk over here to South Australia. And that's it. Let's place some goodies and go from there. All right, so this is going to go in Africa. This is Africa. This is all Africa, and this is Africa. So the militia that we're upgrading here is in the Belgian Congo. So I'll take him off. The artillery is going in Cape Town. We've got a militia going here in Portuguese East Africa. It's connected by the rail, so we're good. The anti-aircraft gun here goes in the Gold Coast. That leaves me with 2 militia here. I was wondering if I should just replace that. I think I will. I'll replace that one in Belgian Congo. The other militia will go in Cape Town just for good measure. All right, so up north then is the fighter and the infantry in London. All right, and I'm out of the painted fighters. They're all over the map, so we're using the generic ones. All right, so for Calcutta will be an upgrade on the militia, AA gun. Sydney gets an infantry. Someone keeps buzzing my phone there, so I have to look at that. All right, so we'll do that. We'll put the infantry in there, and we'll get rid of 1 of these militia, because they're about useless. All right. That's pretty much it. While I was thinking, is like, I can only do 2 upgrades as Britain, but I did 1 here and then 1 over there. I mean, it's Commonwealth. All right, so cash, we are now up to 29. So we need to add some bucks. That's 28. So 29 plus 3 is 32. We haven't been there since the war began. FEC is 5. Or are they 5? I've got 3, 4. So they should be at 4. I'm not sure what I missed there. So they should be at $4, but I don't think they'll see that. Anzac, they spent their money. They saved 5. They're at 6. So they'll have 11 for next turn. And that is the Commonwealth. France, still no money. And after this turn, still no money. They do have one attack here into Obi-Wan Kenobi. The infantry and light armor will move in there. I think this infantry... what were we going to do? I think we're going to move him over here to Portuguese East Africa. Is that east? Yes, east. All right. We're going to rail one of these French infantry from Upper Egypt to Nubia. And that is pretty much it. Yeah. So much for the French. Oh, the French light cruiser will come out of A21 and join the force there in A28. All right. Now we're done. That is it for France. They collect nothing because they own nothing. All right. So let's do a recap, and we'll see you on the next turn. So, what changed up here? Southern England and London. So I'll read those two off. Southern England now is 3 infantry, 1 marine, 1 artillery, 2 anti-aircraft gun, 3 militia, 2 fighters, 1 seaplane, and in port is a transport. London is now 3 infantry, 3 AA, 4 militia, 2 fighters, and in port is 2 heavy cruisers and a torpedo boat destroyer. Whoa, sorry about that. A28 is a destroyer, battleship, light cruiser, transport, 2 coastal defense ships, light carrier with a fighter, and a French light cruiser. Not sure if I mentioned the battleship. All right. Basque Country is infantry. I forgot to land my planes. These 2 fighters will come out of Catalonia 1, 2 and land here in Sardinia for that because they got an air base. All right, so they land there. All right. Catalonia is an infantry, marine, airborne. Sea Zone M1 is a battleship, a transport. Sardinia is 2 fighters. Andalusia, east and west, is each an infantry. In Gibraltar is militia, air transport. Coming down, we got an AA gun in the Gulf Coast, artillery, militia in Cape Town. South Africa, infantry, marine. Portuguese East Africa is a fighter, tactical, militia. Oh, I can't put a militia there because I just captured it. No, I didn't. I captured that last turn. So there is a militia there. Marine, French infantry, well, Foreign Legion. Rhodesia infantry, Belgian Congo, 2 AA, medium armor, militia, 2 infantry, French Foreign Legion. Obi-Wan Chari is French infantry, light armor. Nubia, French infantry, 2 British infantry, anti-aircraft gun. Lower Egypt, 2 fighters, 1 medium bomber. 6 infantry, 1 AA, 1 militia, a French infantry, French transport and port, and a French medium bomber. What else? Madagascar has an infantry. Ottawa. Calcutta, there's 4, 6, 8 infantry, 2 AA, 2 militia. South Australia is an infantry. Queensland, New Zealand each has militias. New South Wales, militia, motorized, and as I messed the tar out of it, and an artillery. Last but not least, Sydney, 2, 3, 4 infantry, 1 airborne, 1 militia, and that is a wrap. We will see Italy next.